this one? It was our centerfold, but I don't know if we have it anymore. Yes, here we have. Here's the Portapack. The Sony Portapack was the first video tape recorder, the home video tape recorder. There were many people in the late 60s in New York who, when this Sony released what they called the Portapack, were absolutely, you know, bowled over. There had been a lot of experimental filmmakers, and the whole fact that it was magnetic, that you got instant feedback, was just enormously liberating for people. We had video theaters around the city. We had a video theater where people would come on a Friday night with information they had videotaped at the Woodstock Festival or in some community or whatever, and come and play it for other people. And people would come and sit around these TV sets that were spread out throughout a loft and look at this new way of getting information. You know, it was amazing. In the early 70s, I was the editor of Radical Software, which was the first magazine to talk about TV as an alternative medium to broadcast television. Radical Software was a way of beginning to discuss this new medium that people were beginning to use for the first time, and that, in a sense, you know, has become so omnipresent in the art world, it's staggering. The way Radical Software started was my co-editor and I, Phyllis Gershuny, sent out a questionnaire asking people for their personal biography. You know, why are you using video? What experiments have you made? Are you presently making, and do you plan to make? Artists are always out there wanting to discover new tools. We thought that it would be really interesting if there could be a magazine, because there was no other way for people who were working in the medium to find out about what was going on. So Radical Software, in a sense, became an information exchange between people anywhere who were beginning to work with this medium. Now you hear about things like the information highway. But we were interested in media ecology. What was the impact of media on us as human beings, and how information was delivered, and which was, you know, so it was very McLuhan-based, Marshall McLuhan. You know, so we have here, our species will survive neither by totally rejecting nor unconditionally embracing technology, but by humanizing it, by allowing people access to the informational tools they need to shape and reassert control over their lives. Cable television was just happening. So what was cable television? That was going to give us infinite amounts of information. The pathetic thing is, of course, it never quite fulfilled its promise. The computer actually is much closer to what Radical Software was about than what's become of the video medium. The interesting thing for me about Radical Software, actually, was that none of us who did it were interested in editing a magazine. And then the magazine was supposed to dissolve, and it did. At a certain point, we didn't want to do it anymore, and it ended. But not without getting to about 10,000 people. And my friend Ira Schneider and I crossed the country delivering it to different college campuses. I hate this cover, so I'm not doing this cover.